Good morning, good afternoon, good night, and good evening, wherever you're watching me today in our live lecture, coming to you from Nkolo Mahadum Wisdom University. Today's date is Nkwo Market Day in the 12th month of the Igbo lunar calendar called Onwa Ede Ajana. Today is the first month, Nkwo Day, the first month of the 12th month of the Igbo lunar calendar called Onwa Ede Ajana. As you can see, in the Igbo lunar calendar, we are still in the 12th month of the year. The year have not ended because the Igbo calendar runs a 13th month calendar than the Roman Catholic calendar, which runs a 12-month calendar. So with the Igbo lunar calendar, the year have not ended. The year will end around February. And today's date in the Roman Catholic calendar is 12/30/2024. Actually, today is 12/31. Actually, 12/31/2024, because tomorrow is the Roman Catholic calendar New Year Day. Thank you again for being part of this live lecture. Like we always advise you to always use your naturally giving common sense to evaluate all the issues or the information you're bombarded every day. Use your common sense, which we call akonuche in Igbo language, to sift all the informations before you arrive at a conclusion. And we have maintained that if other countries use their media, their school, their churches, everything they are doing to you to give you information and to present that information in a way that it will benefit them, the same way we at Nkolo Mahadum Wisdom University will also package our own lectures and present it to you from Biafran and African perspectives. And therefore, we are advising you to please join and subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and comment and like, and more importantly, share our programs to your family and friends and well-wishers. Invite all your friends and well-wishers and family members to this lecture, because the lecture we have packaged today is another explosive one for the benefit of you and me, for the benefit of Africans. And the title of today's lecture is Biafrans and African Businesses Should Always Be Evaluated for Successes and Failures and Adjust on Time. Biafrans and Africans businesses should always be evaluated to see if they are having successes or failures, and they have to adjust on time. And we have to begin this lecture by letting you know that there are three different classes of business that we do. The first one is manufacturing, the second one is wholesale, and the third one is retail. And in manufacturing, we use one or two raw materials, one or more raw materials, and produce a finished product. And these finished products we now sell to the wholesalers. And these finished products can be in form of pure water. The pure water we drink is a finished product, or nylon, or the shoe we wear, or the clothes, or the milk, sugar, cement, rods, which we use to build houses, doors, keys, the beer we drink, soft drinks, and so many products. They're all done in a manufacturing setup. So many of our people, many Biafrans and Africans do engage in manufacturing activities of different kinds. So that is called manufacturing. And the second one is wholesale. In wholesale, businessmen and women buy from manufacturing companies in large quantities, and then sell in smaller quantities to the retailers. And the retailers in turn purchase in smaller quantities, like was said, and then sell to the sell single or some quantities to the end users. And the end users in this case are the individuals, the families, and others. How do you evaluate your business? We want to let you know that anyone who can add numbers, if you can add numbers in Igbo language or in your own language or in the foreign colonial English language, you can be able to evaluate your business. And how do you evaluate your business? You evaluate your business by calculating, that is, by adding up all the costs associated with that business. Some costs associated with some businesses includes cost of goods, cost of the goods you bought, transportation, bribes and extortion. As you can know, in many African countries, especially in Biafra land, there's a lot of police and army checkpoints where they extort money from you, a businessman. So you have to add all those costs to that goods. Also, cost includes the food you eat, the hotel you slept to buy that good, the risks you took, the warehousing, if you have to put those goods in the warehouse before you start to bring them to your shop. Those are part of the cost. And then the shop where you display the items to sell to the public. The electricity bill, the water bill, the refuse disposal bill, and other expenses, other levies you are charged in the market. All of them are costs to that business. So you add all of them up. But there's one important area of the business that we really want to emphasize on. That is the risk you take to go get those goods and services. The risk you take, you can either take that risk by transporting yourself to where you bought that good, to whether the wholesaler or the manufacturer is located, or you are flying on the air, or you are going by sea, and also the time of the day. If you are going by the night, all of them are risks associated with that business. So you have to also factor in these risks. We want to let you know that the riskier a business, that's the more risk attached to the business, the more the money that business will generate for you. The more risk attached to a business, the more money. Many businesses that have higher risks brings in more money. Let me put it that way. And this risk, some of them can cost your life. Some of them can keep you in jail for years. Egypt, for example, some men and women being caught, with drugs at the airports, Some people believe that drugs brings in a lot of money. And so you see a lot of men and women being caught at the airport with swallowed drugs. And Nkolom Hadum Wisdom University is advising Africans to desist, to stop going through the airport to bring in drugs, because the machine at the airport, you see that machine they kept at the airport that they usually take you in there to do an x-ray to find out whether you have drug or not, that machine will always detect that drug. The machine will always find that drug. There's no charm, no amount of charm, no amount of prayer will prevent that machine from locating that drug as long as it's in your body. It's just like somebody putting an iron or a metal inside a box. You know those security checkpoints at the airport. You put a metal or a gun or anything inside your box to check in through those security centers at the airport, the one at the surface, the one where you check your bag in. If you put those metals there or gun, it will be found. So let us stop deceiving ourselves. Risk is good, but when you know that the chances of you being caught is very, very, very high, why do you continue making the same mistake every day? Why do you continue doing the same thing every day? And so Nkolom Hadum is advising all Africans to desist from bringing in drugs in this archaic, barbaric way of swallowing, which will eventually be detected at the airport. It is very sad when we see a lot of Africans being displayed as being caught with drugs in this 21st century through the airport. Everybody should desist from that kind of business. And then the revenue part, how you calculate the revenue, is all the money that came to you because of that business. All the sales you made, those are the revenue that came with that business. So at a certain point in time, say in 6 months or in 1 year, you do this evaluation. You calculate, be it in 3 months, 6 months, in 9 months, or 1 year, you calculate, you evaluate the business by minusing the cost from the revenue. When the cost of the good you are selling is higher than the revenue, then you are at a loss. So when you are at a loss in the first calculation, assuming you made the first calculation in 3 months and you're at a loss, you repeat this calculation in the coming 3 months, which you make it the 6th month, you're at a loss. You calculate it again in the 9th month, which you make it in another 3 months, which is the 9th month, you're at a loss. Don't wait until the 4th month. It is time to try to make a change. You make a change to your business model. And one of the ways you can make a change is to change the business. You can change to another business. Number 2, you can change your approach. Find out things you are doing wrong and you change it. Or you can relocate also. But when you're relocating, try to find out the laws governing where you are going. Because you can live where you are and go to another location, another country, or another state where the law is even more stringent that your business may not flourish over there. So these are the things Nkolom Hadum want to bring to you today. That, according to the Roman Catholic calendar, is the last day of their year, which is 12/31/24. But we have explained to you that the Igbo lunar calendar, we are still in the 12th month of the Igbo lunar calendar. And today is Nkwo Market Day. And the month in Igbo lunar calendar is Onwa Ede Ajana. Very, very, very important. And so, because we always want to keep the time short in our lectures, make it short so that you can grasp the lecture. We shall be bringing this lecture to an end. But before we end it, I have to advise you again that the title of our lecture today is Biafrans and African Businesses Should Always Evaluate Successes and Failures and Adjust on Time. Do the adjustment on time. We do businesses like manufacturing, like wholesale, and retail. And in manufacturing, we put raw materials together and produce the final finished product, which wholesalers buy to sell to retailers, and retailers buy in smaller quantity to sell to the end users. And the end users are me and you, single people, family, and others. And it's good that you evaluate your business at least quarterly. Quarterly means every 3 months. And anybody that can add numbers, if you can add numbers in your local language or in the foreign colonial English language, you can evaluate your business, unless if your business is so complex that you will not need an expert to do it for you. And then cost to your business includes the cost of the goods you bought, transportation, the bribes and extortion on the road, the food, the hotel, the risks, the warehouse, the shop, the electricity, the water, and other levies in the market. And we emphasize on the risky part of some businesses. Many businesses are so risky, and the higher the risk, the more revenue the business may bring to you, but you have to weigh the risk, because some of the risk can lead to debt, can lead to high jail terms. And one that we have chosen is the people that bring drug through the airport. You swallow the drug, but you know the machines are there. And once you are picked to that machine, the machine must identify that drug. So why keep doing it? And we have said that the charms, no charm or prayer can stop that machine from doing its work. So Colombo Wisdom University is advising all Africans to stop this type of business. And then the revenue part is all the money that came come to you because of the sales you made from that business. And then when the loss continues after first 3 months of calculation, second 3 months of calculation, 6 months, the 9th month, it's time for you to try. If you continue making losses, it's time for you to make a change. And making a change means changing the business you are doing, changing your approach, relocation. But before you relocate, make sure the laws of where you're going is not so stringent. And with this, we shall be bringing today's lecture to an end. Please join and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Like our lectures, go back to our previous lectures and listen to them, because everything is packaged so that we package them and present them in Biafran and African perspectives. How it concerns you and me, and not how other cultures are presenting things to you. And therefore, share this lecture to your family, your children, your friends, and well-wishers, because they are meant for our own good. And with this, we shall be bringing today's lecture to an end. Thank you very much for joining us today, and have a great day.